send it back to you guys.
All right.
He's next.
He's next.
The bow tie threw you off.
It did. It did. It's time for one of our favorite segments, Lollywood. We get to the bottom of all the legal dish in the entertainment world.
And there is plenty there, right? Shall we start with Miss Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth? You know, I really did not see this coming. They were so on and off and on and off again. And they just got married.
Well, they seem like they're pretty earnest, and she had the wrecking ball, so that's what happened here. So,
Yeah.
so we got Miley Cyrus, Liam Hemsworth, and so they were married only for 2 years.
Okay.
And they were married in Tennessee. So Tennessee is a community property state.
Okay.
So what that means is they're separate property. So from her Hannah Montana days is hers.
Okay.
And his money that he made in the movies before they got married is his.
Okay.
If they commingled some of it, then they have to split it up. Then they may have a custody issue because I think they have a pig and a couple dogs. So they're going to have to determine who gets custody of that.
Well,
that could be a little sticky.
Yeah, it could be with a
And there's also
and
something.
stinky.
And stinky. Yeah, I have a pig named Piper. Doesn't smell at all.
Oh.
Smells like fresh apples because I have a little orchard in the backyard. So.
Piper likes apples.
Anyway, so basically, there's a legal adage of alienation of affection. So it only applies in Mississippi, North Carolina, and Utah, Hawaii, which is if somebody gets involved in the marriage and breaks them up, then there could be legal liability. And I think she's dating, Caitlyn Carter? So if she got in while the marriage was going on, if they were in one of those states, then basically Liam could sue Caitlyn Carter for alienation of affection.
Wow.
It doesn't apply in Tennessee, so that wouldn't apply, but it's just kind of interesting concept.
That is interesting.
And then there's defamation because there's suggestions that he drinks too much and uses drugs. And I think she has a song called Slide Away, which references that.
Oh.
And then there's also her allegations that she was cheating. And so those would be statements of fact of and concerning them, which could lead to a conversation regarding defamation. I don't think they'll do that because she seems like a pretty cool chick and he seems pretty mellow, even though he's from Australia. Because sometimes they don't deal with breakups that well. I mean, look at Russell Crowe, man.
Yeah.
So that's that in a nutshell.
Wow, so many layers. Okay, can we talk ASAP Rocky?
ASAP Rocky.
Okay, so he was overseas when this whole skerfuffle happened.
Right.
Some say that he was defending himself. Some say that he was provoked. Either way, it all shakes out. They decided he is guilty.
So basically, this is in Stockholm, Sweden.
Okay.
And so what do Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and Donald Trump have in common other than a love of hip hop? Because you remember that song in the 1990s, Digital Underground?
Yes.
The Trumpty dance?
Oh, no, I think it's a different song.
Oh, that was the Humpty dance.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So the point is that ASAP Rocky is in Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah.
There's a video, and there's some punk coming at him the whole time. And so, yeah,
you see that in the
yeah,
video.
you see that. So there's
Yeah.
good evidence of that. And so ASAP Rocky got into trouble where he escalated it when the guy's on the ground, and then at that point it's no longer self-defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Sweden, they have a four-judge panel. And so they determine the criminal culpability plus civil liability, which is different from our system. Civil and criminal are separate.
Okay.
So in this case, they said 30 days, time served, you're done.
Okay.
2 years probation.
Okay.
Luckily, there was no evidence that he used a bottle because that would have basically put him in prison probably for a long time. Even though there's a bottle involved, the victim couldn't identify who used it.
Okay.
And then time served, 2 years probation, he's out. And at the end of the day, what the judge says is that he wasn't in imminent danger. And when he threw the guy to the ground, at that point, he should have backed off.
backed away.
But that guy got what he got. I mean, I don't know if you saw that punk. I mean, he was basically
he
was
the whole time.
he was chattering. And you know, when you're in Stockholm and you're an African American, you know, there's not that many. Just
I don't
like,
know if you know.
Right.
and so you become a target for racist idiots.
Yeah.
And this guy was clearly that. I remember when one of the ball kids, the basketball player for UCLA, 6'7", and he starts shoplifting in China.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not too many 6'7", you know, African American kids walking
hard to
around.
hide.
Yeah.
So, dude, everything's on video. Good thing for ASAP Rocky, it was on video, and that's what allowed him at least to get a lesser charge.
Wow.
Interesting.
So again, so he was okay, self-defense, when he threw the guy.
I think when they start jawing, so the thing is that it's never reasonable to use physical violence when it's just words. But if you feel the apprehension of imminent contact, then at that point you can defend yourself. And then you must use reasonable care. So if somebody comes at you with a fist, you can't shoot him with a gun. That would be unreasonable.
Right.
I think what got him into trouble is when the guy was on the ground and they started kicking him and punching him, then the self-defense, at that point he would have a legal obligation to walk away, which he didn't.
What I thought was interesting about the whole thing was I learned a lot about the Swedish court system.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very different. It's a 4-judge panel, no jury, and then they actually, he was fined $1,300 for basically pain and suffering, which is a civil damage. It's not really a penalty. It's basically quantifying the loss of some of his dignity and the pain that he suffered as a result of the assault and battery. And our system doesn't work that way. I'm a civil attorney, so we sue for the imperfect remedy of money. And on the criminal side, that's what, you're dealing with a fully different issue where you're losing your liberty, not your money.
Right.
But they commingle the two.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Fascinating. All
Good
right.
to see you, my friend. Thanks for the bow tie.
Hey,
You brought me a
yeah,
bow
I
tie.
thought you could wear that. Julissa, that's USC colors.
Yes,
Football
yes.
season starting. So I'll get you something next time.
Always great to see you, Craig.
I thought it was Gryffindor.
Good stuff. Hey, you can support